Welcome back to the podcast.
Welcome back. We're here. First things first. I wanna apologize for the absolute poor scheduling that we've been having for the podcast and the gaming videos. They have been very off and on in whether there will be one in whatever current week. I'm trying, but I am in a point where I am constantly tired. So it's hard to schedule.
Same.
Also because I schedule days like one day in advance. Like I don't know what I'm going to do like 2 days from now. But I know what I'm doing today and I know what I'm doing tomorrow. So
Honestly, I think that's my problem is that I don't have plans. I just have to understand that I go to work Monday through Friday and on occasion the weekend. And then I have to plan my life around that, which kind of sucks because it's like, yay, I get a few hours to myself a day.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I liked the structure of having a actual schedule be made for me for work.
Yes.
Because then it's like, okay, I know what time I have every day. So it's just scheduling the extra thing I do. So, editing podcast, actually playing some games, writing, doing school, going out for a drive, whatever, I did all kinds of stuff. But good news, some very, very important announcements I have not even told Gabe about yet.
Okay, I'm excited.
I am finally getting to a point with DoorDash where I am not living paycheck by paycheck, which means we're getting to the point where I can work my butt off for 2 weeks and buy a new camera or buy whatever we need for better lighting, stuff for the soundboard, whatever we need. So it's getting the quality of this podcast will improve, I promise, and it's gonna be pretty soon. I'm looking about late March. There's gonna be some serious changes here. So the podcast might even move sets a little bit. We might move somewhere else, or we might end up in a different direction in the same room.
I need to stop procrastinating and get my channel up and going.
He's gonna start doing gaming stuff. And so, yeah, it's exciting over here.
Welcome back to Lego Indiana Jones.
Today, the game's glitched. See you tomorrow.
It's like, well, I guess we're going to have to play something else.
I actually want to do a let's play. I want to do 2012 style gaming let's plays of just old games.
Yeah, and it's what's great about Steam. So from a console player's perspective, if you want to play an old game, get an old console because you cannot go back. You can't say, hey, I remember this. Yeah. I remember this game that I played as a kid. I'm going to put the game into my console and play it. That doesn't work. You cannot play a PlayStation 2 game on a PS4 or 5. Why? I don't know.
Too old.
It is.
You can do it on a PS3 though. PS3
sometimes some
PS3s can play PS1 and PS2 games. I think all of them can play PS1 games.
I think all of them can play PS1 games, and I think the original PS3 can play both PlayStation 1 and 2 games, but some games, for whatever reason, the PlayStation 3 just cannot play. It's just nope.
Not this one specifically, but and then I think the PS4 can play some PS3 games, but they might be. It might be you have to download it. It's you can't use the disc. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah,
how it
that
works.
makes sense.
Anyway, yeah, there's gonna be exciting stuff for the podcast. So stay tuned. There's even, which I haven't even started this yet because I'm being very bad at caring about the podcast right now. Don't worry, we're not going anywhere yet, and if we are, we'll let you know. But there is the possibility of a sponsorship.
Yes, thanks to
Seth.
Right? Yeah.
So thank you, Seth, for doing that. But yeah, I need to send some emails, and we can get that going. Also, this is the first time that I've worn this on the podcast, but here's a Gabe's parents made some merch.
Yeah, they did.
I don't know if y'all can see this. Get my stuff out of the way. Let's do it like this. Okay. So you can see there's a Gronk, Timmy Pot Brownie, and me as a cowboy. The back says Howdy Cornflake.
Yep.
Which, Chris, I love these shirts. They're amazing. Kind of wish I had a different quote, but that's fine. It's fine. Seth has one that says Gronk Bonk. That's amazing.
Yeah,
love that one.
That one's a keeper.
So I think some merch might be on the table, but it's gonna be one of those things where it's like it's made by a factory or whatever, like as you order it. Probably at first we're not gonna like order a bunch of merch.
Right. So yeah, it's gonna have, if we do merch, it's gonna have to be you order it, it's made, and you get it.
Yep.
The details are not worked out yet, so if it does happen, and we get that all worked out, I'm sure we're gonna like we don't have a website.
No.
I don't know if we'll ever get a website.
Well, I'll have to get a merch website, but anyway, so yeah, there's also, if you guys out there, if any of you guys are interested in making some clips for us to post on our official Instagram and TikTok, please let me know. Email us. There's an email in the description. It's unusablequestions@gmail.com. Don't worry, I won't read your like application out on the podcast, but that's just a good email to send some stuff to. So if you guys are like, hey, I have free time, or like whatever, probably won't be paid until social media starts making money for some reason. But if you want to help out the podcast, I'm good with bringing some people on the team if they volunteer. So yeah,
Yep.
Big stuff for the podcast. Anyway, moving on to actual things that you guys care about. I played basketball yesterday.
Yeah.
So basically, I had a youth group thing yesterday, and after. Gross.
It's from New Mexico.
Oh.
Should I answer it?
Yeah, phone call? Sure. Go.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
What do you want? That's how I always answer calls that are like scams or something, is I just go, what do you want?
I'm pretty sure it's a scam, and I hate the fact that it is. So
anyway,
it came out of New Mexico, so I'm not surprised. Honestly, I was expecting it to be okay. Here, this is crazy. I was expecting it to be someone from Laurel's family.
Oh,
because it's like that's the only people I know that would have a New Mexico number.
Yeah, I forgot about that, but they would have New Mexico numbers probably.
So
anyway,
but I don't know why they would ever call me.
By the way, here's a pro adulting tip. If you get a call from a number that you don't recognize, never say hello. Or
like I just did.
Like you just did.
Why is that?
Because nowadays people can take like you saying hello and record it, and then like train an AI on that.
Uh-huh.
And they'll use that clip to trick someone else in your family into believing that you've been like kidnapped or something.
Dude, I talk so weird that that's never gonna work.
Yeah, I always
I'm such a freaking weirdo.
So I always do like a weird, like gravelly voice.
Not so even just that. I don't have a normal conversation with my parents.
I mean, that's true.
Like, I'm just a weird person.
Also, if your parents got a call that was like from you is just like, help, I've been kidnapped. There you go. Not Gabe.
They're like, nah, he'd off himself before that happens.
It's like either whoever was trying to kidnap him failed, or he is dead. Kidnapped is not an option.
Kidnapped is really not an option. Like, I guess it's an option if you're like the CIA. Hi, CIA.
Hi, CIA.
I don't know why you'd want to kidnap me. I don't know anything. But oddly enough, here's the thing. You know how often like CIA, FBI will be like, "Oh yeah, we knew about them." And it's like, did you know about that?
Okay.
I don't think you did.
Government security agencies. If you know that there's a threat at an event, and then like you've been tracking this guy for weeks now,
and you make no precautions,
and you don't at least have a guy following him or something to make sure, you know, he's not holding a Instapot
okay,
or a package or something. What are you doing? What is your job?
like
what if
I think they should. I think they should be held responsible for what happens after that. Like, if they're aware that something bad is going to happen, or is likely going to happen, and they don't have somebody there to at least do damage control, I feel like they should be held liable for that. Because it's like, you knew about it and you did nothing. That's because, like, here's the thing: if a citizen, let's say I stumble upon somebody while I'm hiking and they have a life-threatening problem like a broken leg and they're bleeding everywhere, if I do nothing but somebody sees that I was there and did nothing, I could end up in huge trouble for not helping, because that's a thing.
Yeah.
So
it's literally just the trolley problem. I'm not going to explain the trolley problem because I'm really interested about my basketball story that actually isn't that cool.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's really not that cool, guys.
We got sidetracked.
I hope y'all aren't going like, oh, he's gonna have this really cool basketball story. It's not cool. But so I put some friends invited me after the youth group thing. They were like, hey, you want to get some dinner with us, and then maybe we'll do something. And I'm like, yeah, sure, let's go. So go to Brahms, get a burger.
Wait, when was this?
Last night.
What time?
It was in Nixa.
Oh, okay.
I assume, yeah, you were probably not in Nixa. It was also like 9 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah. So we go. My friend bought me a burger. Thank you, Bryce. I appreciate it very much. We spent like an hour and a half at Brahms. We left because they closed. And then we're like, what should we do now? Like, all the bowling alleys are like closed now. Top Golf is going to be closed, which is a driving range.
Yeah.
And it's like, we could play basketball at the park, play a game called Knockout. You ever heard of Knockout? For anyone who doesn't know what Knockout is, this is basically how it works. Everyone stands in a line at the stands in a line. The person at the front is at the free throw line. And you play it with 2 basketballs. So first person has a basketball. They shoot. And let's say they miss, right? Actually, let's say that they make it. Then they pick up the ball, pass it to the next person that doesn't have a ball. And then they go to the back of the line. Now let's say that they miss. So they shoot, they miss. The person behind them has another ball. That person goes and shoots. And then let's say they miss, and the person who shot first actually gets their ball, and you can like try again until you get your ball in. So you say they get their ball in. So then they're safe. They get to go to the back of the line, pass their ball to the next person. Now let's say that the person who shot second gets their ball in, like actually makes it. You're getting another call from
New Mexico. Should I ignore it?
Yeah. I just clicked the power button just leave it. It should silence it. Yeah. It's weird.
3 times.
3 times?
Yeah, the first call I missed pressing the pickup button. Called me again. I answered. Nothing happened. They're calling me again, and now I'm like, this is sketch. Who the frick are you?
I don't know. I would ignore it because if
it's important, they'll send a text.
If it's someone that you know, they'll probably leave you a message.
But will I look at it?
You should, because you can't. You're not going to get a virus through a message or something.
Well, that's not what I'm concerned about. I'm just lazy as heck.
Anyway, so basically, the point of the game is the person who shoots second, if they get their ball in before the person who shot before them gets there and theirs in, the first person's out of the round, and you just keep going until everyone's out, except for one person, right? I hope that makes sense. It is a very in-depth explanation.
So is it horse?
No.
Okay.
Because there's no letters involved.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so we're playing. I have never played anything with a basketball ever. Like, I've played with a basketball before. Like, I've, tried and dribble for a while or whatever. But that was when I was like 7. And I was not very good at it either. But so this is the first time I ever tried to like actually like shoot some hoops, right?
Mm-hmm.
I sucked at it for a while. I got pretty good at it. I actually made a few like, what is it, baskets from the free throw line. I never won a round though, which sucked because they said like, oh, we'll keep going until Josiah wins. We were there until 1 a.m. And then we were like, well, okay, let's go home. But my entire body hurts. I played too hard. All right.
We're also just out of shape.
But I also had just eaten a burger from, I said that word, burger. A burger from Brahms right before with a milkshake.
Mm.
And so I'm like very lethargic and I'm like running around and I felt terrible afterwards.
It's indeed not the breakfast of champions.
I go home and I'm like super thirsty, but also at the same time, like every time I try and drink water, it just like kind of sits at the top, that kind of feeling where you're like, you feel like you're just going to puke everything that you drink. So this is what I did. I went, I got a glass of water and I brought it into the bathroom. And then I sat on the pot and just sat there for like good 15 minutes. Just drinking and sipping on my water and sitting on the pot. It was actually probably the best thing I could do with that in that moment in time. It felt great. Highly recommend having a glass of water when you go take a poop. Especially if it's like a poop after you're being athletic. Those post-athletic poops?
Yeah.
They take a while. They're rough.
See,
having a glass of water, much better.
So long as you're not having poop ramen. Yeah, like you're on the pot, you have a freshly made bowl of hot ramen. You're just eating ramen while you're leaving a deuce.
That sounds terrible. Eating anything sounds terrible. Drinking water was not that bad.
I knew a guy that did that multiple times.
I don't think I could get past the psychological.
That I can't either. Okay. I'm like, nope.
Especially not ramen. I feel.
Yeah.
Well, I guess there's not a lot of other things that I could eat actually sitting on the toilet. Like that's probably the easiest thing from just the perspective of you only have 2 hands and you can't set anything down.
Yeah.
But like, so anyway, I just want to let everyone know that I highly recommend that if you feel like you're going to have a bad time in the bathroom, bring a glass of water. You'll feel great, I promise. I felt a lot better. Also, I swear my friends were trying to kill me because I was playing super hard, so I was super out of breath because I'm super out of shape, right?
Right.
And my friends were making jokes the entire time. And these jokes were so funny and they kept like repeating kind of the same joke with like just some slight differences.
Right.
And so they would just like do the setup and I'd start laughing. And I'm trying to like make it. And I'm like, I can't breathe because I'm laughing too hard. And I'm like trying to have motor function and run. And I'm every time I would get done, I would have to like either, I get to the back of the line or I would lose. And so I'm out. I would literally just have to like stand with my shoulders up so that my lungs have proper capacity and just like just like oxygen, please. It was rough, but it was super fun. And now I am super sore. My legs are super sore. Like my thighs are super sore. My calves are like super tense. My like whatever this muscle is right here at the bottom of the forearm.
I was gonna say bicep, but I don't know if that's right. Yeah,
I think maybe it is bicep. I don't
know.
My shoulders hurt, but what hurts the most that's like weird is my gut hurts a lot. My core is feeling like it felt like a stomach ache.
Dude,
which maybe I also had a stomach ache. Might have been from the water on the toilet, but it was just super tight.
Yeah, I've been trying to work myself into working out again. So like exercising my core and just my legs and working on my arms. My arms need a lot of work.
Yeah, mine
they
too.
just do. And it's one of those things where I've recognized, hold on, it doesn't even take 20 minutes to get enough exercise in to where you're building at least some strength.
Yeah.
It takes like bare minimum 15 minutes. That's not much time. So you could just like put some music on, do your thing for like 15, 20, heck, even 30 minutes if you're having fun, and then just be like, all right, cool, worked up a good sweat, go take a shower, and then continue on with your day.
Yeah. Or you get some friends to play knockout basketball.
You could do that. I see. I have the problem of not having friends. Well, at least here in Missouri, I have friends in Kentucky that we're just busy and we never see each other. But
yeah, it's so hard to make adult friends if you're not like an alcoholic. There's a centipede. Squish it. Quick, squish it. Squish it. Stomp on it.
I'll wait until it gets into range. Come on.
Oh, that thing's gross.
You're so close.
It's going to follow the cable.
Don't follow the cable.
Please just stand up and get it.
Here you go. Oh. It's about to get into range. Come on.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, you missed. Did you get it? I can't see.
It looks dead, but I don't believe it.
Yeah, just work into the carpet. That's fine.
I don't know if you're being sassy or not.
No, I don't care. I hate bugs so much. Okay, I think it's dead. I think. Oh my gosh, you did work into the carpet.
And I named him Kennedy.
Is that because he stomped off its head?
It's not really related, but yeah. Me and Josiah were not related into the assassination of Kennedy because we were not born.
Not even close. His mom wasn't even born.
That and I just don't really care enough to do something like that because that's A, evil, B, kind of pointless.
And Kennedy was cool.
That and I also didn't have the hots for whatever girl that person is motivated to do it for. You know that?
Was it Marilyn Monroe?
I don't know.
Or Jackie Kennedy?
I think
both are hot. Were.
I don't know. I know it was like someone that's like famous, and the guy's like, "Oh, if I kill this guy, then I'm gonna be noticed, and she's gonna like me and fall in love with me." It's like, no, no.
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
Probably nothing. I don't know. No brain cells.
Smooth brain.
So one thing that happened. Oh, by the way, the entire time we were playing basketball, there were these pothead girls that were like in their car,
Pothead girls. Okay.
like 30 yards out, that were just watching us the entire time. And then we left, and then they left right after. I'm like, okay, that's weird.
I think they just went to watch you.
I was the least attractive guy in that whole group. I guarantee you.
That's probably why they thought they had a chance.
And I was the only one with a beard. So, and my hair
That actually
better.
may have been the thing.
My hair looked better than it does right now because I just got out of the shower and I did not do my hair.
Your hair looks better than mine like 90% of the time.
I got a haircut.
Another one?
Yeah.
I probably
My
need to
last
get
one
my,
was in October, so
I need to get my hair trimmed. My hair grows fast.
I got a good hairdresser. But one thing that happened when we were playing basketball is I was chasing my ball and it like bounced weird, and so I was like turning, like it went past me, right? And so I turned to like go and like grab it.
Yeah.
Like this. Like I was trying to like get around it and catch it. But I like whipped my hand out, and then right here is one of my friend's face. And I absolutely backhanded this man like into oblivion because I didn't know he was there at all. Like I was not looking. My head was not turned
You're
that
focused on
direction.
playing the sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, as fast as I can move with like my shoulder, arm, my entire body, wham! And my knuckle goes right into his eye socket.
Oh.
Like it didn't like hurt his eyeball, but it was still like, it was a good shot. And
Did he have a
it was
black eye?
a lot of force. I don't know.
Oh.
I haven't talked to him today, but it wasn't like swelling last night, but it did get pretty red. So it's probably a little bruised, but I don't think I broke a blood vessel. I don't move that aggressively. So
I don't move that aggressively.
I don't. If anyone knows me in person, I don't move very fast.
I do a pretty good ragdoll.
My old boss would know.
I'm like really good at like if enough force is applied to me and I'm aware that I'm gonna lose control, I can just ragdoll.
You can. It's kind of impressive.
It's helpful, but I'm sure that now that I'm older, I'm gonna have less control over just having the ability to just be like spaghetti, and it's just gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Because that's basically how I survived high school soccer. Playing against a team of football players that don't know how to play soccer.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yup.
The refs were not helpful.
Yeah, no.
They did not do their job right.
Yikes. I went to Alabama last week.
Dang.
Just for the weekend to see my niece and nephew, your cousins. Brand new niece, absolutely adorable. She is so cute. And then 8-year-old nephew. He was big into Minecraft, real big into Minecraft. Like everything he talked about was Minecraft related at some point.
Just funny because Minecraft is like twice as old as he is, at least.
Oh man. So he's 8. How long ago was 2009?
Long enough.
How long ago was 2009?
It's 2024.
14 years ago.
Yeah. So it's almost double his age.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
And like, yeah. Yeah, no, that's, yeah. Yike. That's a yike.
They're still like adding things to that game.
I just realized that I have friends that are younger than Minecraft.
Yes. Yes, you do.
Actually, they're about as old as Minecraft, but
Yeah.
that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
And I use the term friends loosely, by the way. Because people are going to be like, that's weird. Why do you have friends that are so young?
He works as
I'm a youth pastor, basically.
Yeah. He works with the youth ministry, and he has a charisma of like, I guess Joe Biden, because apparently everyone loves him.
Yeah.
I swear, a Belgian waffle can do a better job than him.
I like Belgian waffles.
I do too.
So by friends, I mean like I talk to them and make sure they're not suicidal or something.
So you're a mentor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's weird though. Because I remember 2009 as well. I mean, I was like 4. Granted, was about 4, but I remember it. I think that was the year we moved into this house.
That sounds about right, because you guys just got the demo added onto your family computer. And that's all we played during Thanksgiving.
And that was later. That was like 2010, 11 or 12.
Oh, was it?
Because Minecraft wasn't popular until a few years after it officially like first came out. Because when it officially first came out, the only place you could download it was like Reddit.
Oh.
Because the guy who made it would just like post the download links onto Reddit and talk to people about like, hey, what should I add to my block game? Anyway, so
how much money do you think that guy made off of Minecraft?
Oh, what was it? It was, let's see. He sold Minecraft and Mojang to Microsoft for, I can't remember if it was millions or billions.
Enough to where it was worth it.
I'm pretty sure. So he didn't get all of it because there was other people that were like co-owners
and whatever,
and stuff. And so I'm pretty sure it was somewhere in the ballpark of, I think, 200 million. There was a 2 in there. So either is like 2 point something million, 20 something million, 200 something million, or 2 billion. But I don't think it was 2 billion. Because I don't think Minecraft even made that much money back then. Because that was like 2014. Yeah, my nephew we were playing Minecraft, and he was like, "Do you remember when they added something that to me is like still new to the game, like
Crossbows?
Phantoms?"
Oh, phantoms. Yeah, I remember when I first encountered a phantom. Seth thought I was messing with them.
Yeah,
It's
like,
really
that's
funny.
Not a thing.
He's like, that's not a thing, Gabe. You're making stuff up, and I'm like, ah.
Yeah, it was like, "Do you remember when they added Phantoms?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like 14, and he was like, "What?"
You're like, "Yeah, I remember when they added the game to the universe."
I remember, and he was like, he really likes Minecraft YouTubers, and so I was like, "Oh, what YouTubers do you watch?" And I was expecting him to say like Dream, maybe like Tommy in it, or like I don't know,
Markiplier.
not Markiplier, but like, you know, some of those like kind of newer Minecraft, maybe like Green, or there's a lot of them out there. And he said he liked, the one I remember was there was a channel called Crafty that he liked watching. And I've never seen it, but I'm pretty sure I've seen clips, and it is like the Cocomelon of Minecraft YouTubers. Ooh. And I'm like, okay. Like, when I was his age, I liked watching Etho's Lab, which Etho is like a radio talk show host level YouTuber, because he just like plays the game. It's more edited than like a regular Let's Play.
Right.
But he's just like no webcam, no like starting in like F3 and like acting like he's talking to a camera or anything. He's just like playing the game, and he's just like, hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're gonna be working on like some redstone stuff, so you know, hunker down and get your snacks, and we're just gonna work on this. And he like walks you through like what he's building and whatever.
And he explains it, doesn't he?
He doesn't explain it in depth too
but
well,
enough to where it's like, this is how it works.
Yeah. And it's like, and it'll be like, yeah, so I think I'm also gonna like work on this this house for a while. So like yeah, we gotta, and he's not this monotone, but I'm trying to like portray how soothing his voice is. That's what I watched when I was 8.
Mm-hmm.
I watched him just be like, all right, I built this house, and it has like this really cool villager trading room in it, and or like whatever, and it's like super chill. Now Minecraft YouTubers are like, welcome back, guys, which I mean was a thing for a long time, but it's like they're still like that, and they're doing like Mr. Beast videos, but in Minecraft. It's also like super fake. Like he was telling me, my nephew was telling me about this one crafty video where it was like Minecraft trap house, not like the music, like the house was booby trapped. And it was just like one of his friends was like trying to break into his house, and you know, he had set up all these booby traps or whatever, but it was like like the friend died to a lava moat. Like I'm like he wasn't like trying. It was just supposed to be like this stupid mindless entertainment.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, okay. I love YouTube videos. I'm perfectly fine with Minecraft YouTube videos. I'm perfectly fine with kids over the age of like 7 watching you know, a couple hours or maybe like an hour of YouTube videos a day. Not when it's brain rot. Like
even brain rot's probably better than that.
Like it's just, oh, it's so annoying. It's like your YouTube videos that your kids watch, yes, they need to be like safe for kids to watch, but they don't need to be like
pointless.
Yeah. Like my parents, their thing was like for TV shows and stuff, if they couldn't handle like listening to it or watching it, you weren't allowed to watch it. So if I wanted to watch a kid's show, my parents would have to enjoy at least having it on. They don't have to like it, but you know, not be tired of it being on. So Thomas the Tank Engine, they actually liked that show. They found it mildly entertaining.
Well, yeah.
But then there was like Disney shows that I was not allowed to watch because my parents just didn't like them. Like,
well, a lot of them were pretty not good.
Like Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Everyone's like, this is a great show. It's well made. My parents just didn't like that the kids were like super disrespectful to adults. And so it wasn't like, this is a bad influence on you. It's just, it annoyed them. And so we weren't allowed to watch it because we had one TV and it was in the living room. So, anyway, I don't understand how kids, I think I'm the weird one. I'm pretty sure I'm the weird one because this style of YouTube video has been around forever.
Yeah.
I just hate it. I hate YouTube videos that are like super loud, in your face, super energetic. Like there's content every 3 seconds to keep your, like if a video's trying to keep my attention, I hate them.
What you don't like is the whole like Mr. Beast thing where it's fast paced, constantly grabbing your attention kind of thing. But here's the thing. That's what keeps viewers. That's what makes money.
I like Mr. Beast though.
Oh.
I don't like watch all of his videos, but there is
Right.
every once in a while, it's like, you know, I want to watch Mr. Beast video. Or like he'll pop up on my suggestion. I'm like, that looks interesting. I'll go watch that. And I enjoy Mr. Beast videos. It's the people that try to be like Mr. Beast for something that's not as entertaining, or people that will like specifically like they'll make a video and it's like, we tricked this guy into this, and it's like, no, this guy is just pretending to be stupid. I hate it when people pretend to be stupid. Have you ever seen either one of these YouTube channels or like a video about these YouTube channels that are like made for kids, but it's like, I tricked my mom into thinking that I went bald or something, and it's just like the mom is just like freaking out, but it's like so unbelievably obvious that he's just wearing a bald cap. Like, unbelievably obvious. Like, you can see his hair under the bald cap.
Right.
And then his mom is just freaking out like crazy. And it's like a 20-minute video of just that.
Well, I remember a similar thing. There's a lot of videos of people pranking each other.
I hate prank videos.
And some of them are legitimately like just YouTubers trying to prank. Gosh, I can't talk. They're trying to prank strangers, and
it's unsettling.
It's unsettling, especially whenever it's like you hear in the news, such and such YouTuber
got stabbed
or shot or whatever because like he was like. Here's the thing: if you run at somebody, and that somebody is like packing or is like at least aware that they need to take care of themselves, I'm sorry, but there's no reason to charge at somebody unless you're trying to hurt them. And that's what they're going to think. They're like, oh, you're an active threat.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, duh, of course you got shot.
I hate those things.
It's unsettling. It's like, no, don't do that. That's not smart.
When YouTubers try to keep my attention by just like constantly shoving new things.
Shock factors.
Yeah, shock factor, constantly shoving new like shots or whatever, a new thing at me. It's like, okay, let's talk Hacksmith. You ever seen Hacksmith?
They've made the plasma saber, right?
Yeah, so
and other things.
They make real life versions of movie and video game props.
Yeah.
So it's all a lot of like engineering and stuff. How those videos are edited is they're constantly like showing you new things or like explaining something, and nothing's too long. So it's much like a Mr. Beast style video where it's like they're constantly showing you things, but none of it is needlessly fake. Like what they're doing is legitimately impressive.
Yes, because and
interesting by itself. It doesn't need extra like fat on it. Like you have a shot of like showing it, you know, how it works for like 30 seconds, and then they like explain where they got the idea from. They explain how it works in the game, whatever piece of media, and then they explain about like how they made it, and then they go into like the testing section where they actually show off its capabilities. The whole video could be 15-20 minutes, and there's always something new every like 2 minutes, but it doesn't feel like you're being whipped around every 2 minutes to like this whole different thing, or like someone being just crazy for no reason, or yet another unsettling prank.
Yeah.
So basically, content on YouTube made for children disgusts me.
Well, most of it is bad. Like parenting to recognize that just because something says family friendly or it's made for children, don't believe them. There is so much that's being pushed on kids nowadays that these were not things pushed on me as a kid.
So, okay.
Not even close. Not even remotely like insinuated.
Yeah. So, but like, so you don't know what the piece of media is going to teach your kids, which is scary.
Yeah, and usually it's not something that bad, but
Sometimes
a lot of
it's
it is
like-
very subliminal messagings, and then other things are just straight up like, do this thing. It's like,
I've
no, don't do
straight up
that.
heard some like widely accepted as unmoral things taught through children's media, and it's like, no. Like 80% of the population recognizes that is just immoral or like very selfish.
Like,
And
just
it's like
any amount of common sense would suggest, hey, that's probably not a good idea.
yeah. And so let's talk Coco Melon for a second. A very quick second, because I do want to move on from this conversation. I don't want this taking too long. But Coco Melon, it's nursery rhymes with animations. Seems fine, right?
Yeah.
On the surface level, it seems perfectly fine. Okay, the songs are super annoying. They're highly repetitive. They do not encourage proper sentence structure. The morals in the music is often questionable, especially from a Christian's perspective. But even if you're not a Christian, it's still pretty questionable, especially some of the things. And parents hate it. Parents hate hearing it.
Okay.
Because it's
I see what you mean,
repetitive.
yeah.
It's not good singers. And it's just dumb and nonsense and poorly animated. I mean, it's super cheap.
Oh, yeah.
But it's colorful,
yeah.
so kids like it because they don't know better. And it's just, again, like I said, it encourages poor sentence structure because their lyrics are just kind of not correct English. And so kids, if they listen to it enough, start talking like incorrectly or in incomplete sentences.
Right.
Or talk with like a weird rhythm or sometimes a British accent, even though they're American. But that also will happen with the next thing I'm going to talk about, which is like an actually good piece of children's media, Bluey.
That is phenomenal.
The show Bluey, I have not seen an episode.
I've seen a few. They're good.
But I've seen clips. And other than the fact that the voices are kind of annoying because they're like actual children, most of them, or they're trying to sound like children, it's not that bad. The writing's pretty good. The animation is amazing. The morals is amazing.
Yeah, because like, okay, here's the thing. I have not seen all the episodes. I can't vouch for it entirely. But from the few episodes I have seen, I was like, oh my gosh, they're actually like teaching
kids to be nice,
good things, yeah,
and share and be kind to everyone, and not let bullies get on your nerve, and like keep your cool.
And then like even like simple stuff like that, and like I think one of them was like, hey, you need to respect your parents.
Yeah,
like if they say no, it's for a good reason.
Yeah.
Granted, I don't think all parents are doing a great job. I don't think.
No.
I as a single man who doesn't have children, I've seen a lot of parents make some really questionable decisions.
Yeah.
And usually a lot of those questionable decisions are inaction. Just not doing anything about something. It's like, you don't need to be a helicopter parent, but you should at least like, discipline your child whenever they're acting like a turd.
Yeah, or like I'm pretty sure they teach kids in Bluey like, hey, don't be crazy in public, and by crazy in public I mean like running around knocking stuff over, and don't talk to strangers. I'm pretty sure they're actually teaching like stranger danger. And it's an Australian show, so they have the cutest little Australian accents. Which does mean that your kids, if they watch enough of it, could end up having an Australian accent. But
which is Far better than a British accent.
I mean, basically the
Shots
same. But here's the thing. I know several teenagers, kids, and adults that absolutely love the heck out of watching Bluey.
Yeah, like
I know adults that don't have children that binged Bluey.
I could see that. Yeah.
Like,
It's a nice show.
To be fair, a lot of them are women, especially the teenagers. I don't know any teenage males that have watched all of Bluey.
Or have admitted to it.
Yeah. But if the fact that teenagers and adults like the show, that's a good sign.
Yeah, that's usually a good sign.
The kids. And so as a parent, you're not going to be annoyed by your kid watching it. Your kid's going to love it. It's super cute. And it's not brain rot.
Correct, it's not brain rot.
And it encourages proper sentence structure. In fact, there's a lot of times where I think I've seen a clip where like one of the characters is like talking in incomplete sentences and they like teach him how to have proper sentences.
Right.
And it's like, yes, thank you. Because I know way too many like 10-year-olds that can't talk. And it's like, why? Also, if you have a COVID baby, please take them outside and teach them stranger danger. Because I know way too many 4-year-olds, well, I guess 3-year-olds, but they're turning 4 now, that have not gone outside enough. And so they're way too comfortable with people. Like way too comfortable. I was door dashing and I was picking up an order from Dollar General. And there was some people with a COVID baby and then some people with a kid that was a little younger. But this COVID baby was running around like they're in the checkout line. She picks up like a candy bar from like off the shelf and gives it to the other kid and is like trying to hug the other kid. And this other kid's not into it. They're like, I don't know you. But this COVID baby's like, it's a person.
Interaction.
It's like,
the earth is healing.
It's like, take your kids outside. There's a dog dying outside. I don't know if you guys can hear that.
Jeez.
But yeah, it's, oh man. And also, don't talk to your 3-year-old like they're an adult. Because 3-year-olds don't comprehend the word no. At least, especially how they're taught now.
Okay.
Because it's like, the parent of that COVID baby was like, hey, leave them alone. And she just didn't care. She just straight up did not listen to the parent. And like, if my kid did that, there's hell to pay.
I don't even know how to handle a kid anymore.
Here, like, think of it this way. That interaction is fine. But that means they're also going to do it with probably a registered sex offender. So how about you spank your child so they don't get kidnapped in the future? Whoa. Amazing.
You may not even need to spank them, but more of like remove them from the situation and explain it to them. Like on terms that they would understand. Because like
after spanking them.
Here's the thing. I don't even know if they really did it. Okay, the thing that they did wrong is take a candy bar off a shelf.
They also harassed another child.
Was it really harassment?
That kid was really uncomfortable with this girl.
Okay.
And like none of the parents did anything. And I'm like, no, not acceptable. And it's like,
I wasn't there, so I can't really.
I'm not gonna like beat my child, for the record.
Just publicly flog.
But it's like, okay, if I'm gonna tell you once, and if you don't listen to me, you're going to be like, I'm going to like grab you, remove you from the situation, finish whatever, checking out whatever I'm doing. And then I'm going to say, hey, you did not listen to me. You need to listen to me because I'm trying to keep you safe and keep you from getting hurt or hurting others or doing something wrong. And so you need to listen to me.
Mm.
But also, I've learned this recently. People are a lot more like dogs than people think, especially children. Children need the psychological like foundation of like.
They work off a reward system.
Yes, they work
a lot
out.
of times.
So if they do a bad behavior, if it's a dog or a child, you have to not just say no. Don't yell at a kid either. That doesn't help. Yelling at a kid is not healthy unless they're running into a road.
Yeah.
But it's like, if talking's not going to work, spank them. There's kind of a reason why it was popular for, I don't know, ever until like the 80s.
Yeah,
Like,
but nowadays you can get in trouble for
don't spank them
spanking
that
kids.
hard.
No, it's not even that. It's just like you don't even have to spank them that hard. But like if somebody sees you spanking your kid and if they just have, I don't know,
So
some problem, they're like, well, I'm gonna call CPS.
here's the thing. When I was a kid, I was praised by other people, other parents, that I was such a good kid. You know why I was such a good kid?
Why?
Is because when I was being loud in public as a child, my mother, like when I was after about 6 months, about the time when crying isn't just feed me, change me, put me to sleep, which is about 6 months, I think. Once crying progresses to like emotional or just because I can. Right?
I'm bored.
Exactly. I'm not talking like a newborn. I'm talking like after that point where it's like, yeah. If I was making noise in a store or at church or something, my mom would take her finger, put it to my lips, and flick. Just flick my mouth. Just like, it's saying, you like, don't do this. Like, I'm punishing you. You're doing something wrong, and I'm telling you exactly what needs to change, and that's your mouth. Stop having it making noise. And so it's a flick and a pinch. Not a hard pinch or a hard flick, but just
is more to grab your attention than it was to hurt you.
Yeah, exactly. And it was like, as a kid, I'm confident that I understood that as ow. I didn't like that. But now, like, okay, I'm going to keep my mouth shut so I don't get hit again. And eventually I figured out, when I make noise, I get hit.
See, I was never that smart as a kid. I just keep on doing it.
Well, I mean, yeah, you keep going for...
I was stubborn.
And it's like, new parents would be like, oh, well, then your kid's never going to learn how to talk. It's like, no, your kid's smart enough to realize that it only happens when they're in public. You know?
Unless you're slow like me.
And it's like...
No, I don't think it's that bad.
And you still talk to your kid, and then they're going to want to talk back. And if you don't punish them when they talk back, they're going to know that it's fine. And if you act excited when they talk back, they're going to be encouraged to continue talking. And when they're encouraged to continue talking, they're going to learn how to talk faster and how to talk better.
Which
there are studies about this that I have read.
Which oddly enough actually might be a good thing.
Also, encourage your children. If they're told that they're doing good at talking or they're smart, they're going to believe that, and they're going to perform better at whatever you tell them they're doing good at. Now, don't lie to them.
You're so good. You should join the police force.
Yeah, it's like
Meanwhile, they can't even like do a proper jumping jack.
yeah, it's like encourage them, tell them they're doing good, but don't like tell them that they're the best, because then they might go like, oh, well, then I don't even need to try. Encourage growth.
But what if they are the best rapper ever?
What if they are the best rapper ever?
Yeah.
Well, tell them that they can do more, they can get better.
Yeah.
But don't like hold it over their head that they're not good enough.
Yeah, that whole like you can ruin
it's
child.
A balanced.
You
it's
can
a balance.
completely
Hard,
ruin a child by like not encouraging them, or like if all they're hearing is disappointment or yeah, that's all right, do better.
Yeah.
If that's all they're hearing, that's probably not a good thing.
Yeah. And it's like, okay,
probably not going to end well.
I'm going to pause right here because I know parents, especially newer parents, are going to go, you have no idea what it's like to raise a child.
Correct.